Okay, good evening, councillors and members of the public. Welcome to this evening's planning committee meeting at the Barn Green Room at the DCC at 7:30. Item 1 on the agenda straight in is apologies. We have apologies from
Councillor Ranger.
Thank you. Okay, item 2 on the agenda is declarations of interest arising from this agenda. Members and officers are invited to declare any relevant interest notwithstanding this item. Members may subsequently declare an interest at any point during the meeting. Do we have any declarations of interest?
No.
Item 3 on the agenda, minutes of the previous meeting. To receive and confirm the accuracy of the minutes of the Planning Committee meeting held on the 17th of September 2025. You've seen them, you happy? Yeah. Okay, if you're all happy, I will approve.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, item 4 on the agenda is the Planning Committee project report. To receive and review the project report from the committee clerk. I've got no updates.
No updates.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Item 5 on the agenda, public participation. The meeting will recess for not more than 15 minutes to allow any members of the public to address the meeting.
The Parish Council, via this committee, comments and makes recommendations on planning applications affecting the parish. Proceedings during the public session, which will only exceed 15 minutes in exceptional circumstances, must remain under the control of the chairman, to whom all questions and comments on applications or other planning matters must be addressed. All comments on planning applications should be made to the head of planning management at Winchester City Council.
Thank you. So next week is Winchester's planning meeting, and there is an application coming before the committee, which I know is not on the agenda this evening. It's for a material change of use of land to a 2-pitch gypsy and traveller site, comprising the siting of a mobile home, a touring caravan and a utility room for each of the pitches, at land to the rear of the Chairmaker's Arms in Forest Road. The application reference is 25010078 FUL. I'd just like to know who of the elected representatives from council will be attending to represent parish views on that matter.
We are okay to confirm. Chris Ranger, the chair of the council, will be attending that one.
Wonderful, that's really good news.
As I think most of us are commitments, so, but yeah.
Okay, no, that's fantastic, thank you very much. And then the second question is, I noticed on the minutes of the meeting of the 17th of September, Council is planning on purchasing a geospatial drone. I believe you stated that Council previously owned a drone or used a drone.
I thought we did.
And it was Ian Brown's drone. I've spoken with Mr Brown, he does own a drone, it has never been used for council purposes at all, ever.
Okay.
So as far as I'm aware, council has never owned a drone. The other item is the fact that you've specified a geospatial drone and you've budgeted £500 for that. Geospatial drones are actually between £20,000 and £100,000 because they actually take photographs that are to the centimetre perfect and they're used for mapping and surveying purposes. So I'm not sure that you actually meant a geospatial drone. Can I ask what purpose it's planned on use for?
So just for clarification, the drone that we was going to get was just a standard commercial use under or up to the maximum of 249 in weight, so that you then don't have to go over that threshold of having to declare. And we were going to be using it for planning applications to help support with tree surveys. And other land layout that we might need to get a survey of from an air point of view, bird's eye view, and also to help the ground staff maintain their good work progress. So it's kind of, although it came through this budget, it's going to be for everyone to use, I suppose.
I understand that you're the only person that's going to be trained to use it. So how can everyone use it if you're the only person that's going to be
I
trained?
thought we were going to try and look at getting Sam done as well. So I think that would make sense. That a councillor and a hedge groundsman would be eligible to use it, because I won't be around all the time and Sam will be. So together.
Okay. I appreciate that you're saying that it would be used for planning. It's normally drones are only used by councils for planning enforcement matters. Is that the intended use?
Yes.
Right, okay, thank you. And monitoring illegal activities like fly tipping.
Yes, never thought of that, but that's, yeah.
Okay, the other aspect is that you will need Civil Aviation Authority approval because you're using it in a business sense and therefore you need a licence.
Yes.
And that wasn't discussed in the meeting.
Okay.
So I think you might also need to budget for that as well. You were saying
I've already, yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. And
yeah, we have
also,
got.
do you have a policy for drone use?
I don't know. We might as well have a look at that at the same time.
We'll have to look into it.
We're going to need one. So yeah, when the time comes to purchasing it, we can look at getting one of those put in place, as well as the training certificates to make sure that we are above board.
And licence from Civil Aviation Authority?
Yeah.
Just that you might need to budget for each of those things, otherwise you'll end up with a drone that you won't be able
So
to
I did ask whether or not, because I've got a licence, same as Daniel at Council Stallard, and I said, could we use ours? And they said no, it's kind of frowned
your
upon.
licence
So
will be for personal use only, not for commercial activities, and council use
is a different,
completely different licence.
Yeah. So yeah, that's why speaking to the RFO, we kind of gone through that.
I'm sure Jenny would have picked up, but just in case. Thank
So
you
yeah,
very much.
yeah.
That's all right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. I will now close the public participation and move on to item 6 on the agenda, which is planning applications. To consider and make comment on the planning applications received from Winchester City Council and other authority in respect of applications pertaining to the parish of Denmead as set out in the list of planning applications to be considered. Okay. See you later.
Bye.
Okay. Item application 1 is 17 Creechview, Denmead, Horsleyville. It's a T1 oak prune southwest sector by 2 metres and reduce in height by 1 metre to elevate overhang into garden, leaving a height of 5 metres by 6 metre width. Have you both had a chance to have a quick look online to see what we're... Yeah.
Can we leave it to the tree officer?
Yes, because I've got one coming up later which is different. So... Yes, the only notes I had was in May 2021, previously permitted works done, they had the northwest and the southeast of the tree pruned. Now they want this side done. So I was under the impression that as they've had it done 4 years ago, I would be happy. It's entirely up to you. If you feel that we should defer it, beg your pardon, send it to the tree officer, and we can get their advice.
I'll second that motion.
That proposal? Yeah. So seconder.
Yeah.
So all in favour of sending it to the tree? Yes, go on then, we'll do that. Thank you. Okay. Application 2 is Freeways Sheep Wash Lane, Denmead. New garage with habitable room above. This has been to us once before, but they've submitted amended plans. Any thoughts on this one? They've had a tree survey done. So the garage before was set back more towards the boundary with some trees. They've moved the plans now is to move the garage forward away from the nearby trees.
But I was thinking of when I looked at the roots, the damage that could be done.
Yeah, so the tree survey has been undertaken and the officer concluded that there will be no impact on the nearby trees, and that was dated September 25th. He noted and examined also for the roots, and there's only one tree that comes close, but it's nothing for him to worry about in regards to root growth. The proposal was to move the garage So taking that in consideration, everything else, there was only one constraint that I would put on it if we were in the mindset to approve it, and that is to put a constraint on that the garages underneath have to remain as garages or storage space, rather than perhaps being modified in the future for living accommodation.
Right.
So living space upstairs, and keep the bottom as a garage, so that no partitions put in place. It has to remain open for storage.
Yeah, because I was thinking of parking there. You have to park, looking at it closely, one car in the garage and I think it was 2 outside.
Mm.
So if he changes that, that means one car's going to be parked.
True.
on the road.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, we need to put something in about that.
So are you both of the mindset to no objection, but on the fact that we put a constraint in that the garages have to be used as garages and or storage space moving forward?
More for the garages, because I think he's going to be parking that one on the road. It's only my assumption, you know, because of the way the drawing was.
Yes, yeah. I mean, we've had it in the past where people have had garages, 3 underneath in the living accommodation, and one by one the garages underneath have been turned into a utility room, bathroom, a kitchen, and eventually it's all a living.
Yes, yeah.
Don't want that to happen.
Okay.
So is that a proposal, Tony, that we do that and we have a constraint, if that's all right, Lucy, to
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
second?
Yeah.
So, so show of hands in favour, no objection to that? Unanimous. Thank you. Okay, application 3 is Piles Farmhouse, Kidmore Lane, Denmead, and this is the replacement of the roof and first floor structure of the garage portion of the farmhouse garage. So this one's pretty much straightforward. What have I got here?
I couldn't find anything
I
about
couldn't.
the type of roof tiles and stuff like that.
So they're going to be using the same tiles that come off. They're going to be putting those ones back on, so
But
that
they
it's
look
still.
like there wouldn't be enough. Because when they take them off, they're going to break them.
Yeah, I mean that's true. Yeah. If we're of the mindset, or I was of the mindset, not to have any objection, if that's what we go forward with, my point of view is following Winchester City Council's historic environmental consultation report, they also say no objection, subject to the conditions 1 and 2, and one of them is like-for-like materials and having to source more if they needed to. So even if they look weathered or something, you use the same so that it's in keeping. There was a structural report as well which recommended works being carried out immediately. They had no objection because it's structurally unsafe. Any other thoughts, Tony or Dave?
No, I just think that we need to make sure that the tiles are
Matching.
matching and that is part of the conditions.
Okay. So I propose no objection and use of the original materials, like for like, and that we factor in the conditions of all the report recommendations, including that of Winchester City Council conditions 1 and 2, and the structural report recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I second that.
Yeah. So a show of hands all in favour. Yeah. Give Lucy a minute to catch up. Okay, so application 4 is street record, it's Carpenter's Way, and it's a T1, fell of the trees as recommended in the tree survey, public open space off Anmore Road adjacent to Carpenter's Way. So this is the big tree near the Forest of Beale and the green little grassland bit there, on the new development near Carpenter's Field, yeah.
I thought you were going to try and save that.
Well, that's what
Is that
we...
the big oak?
Yeah, it looks in green leaf, but highways, I believe, are always under the thought that if branches fall off near a highway, they like to remove the tree. because it's considered dangerous.
I believe that the
Is that
oak's
true, or-
rotting as well.
Yeah.
I believe that the tree surgeon actually went out there because when part of it broke off, I had to arrange for the tree officer to go out there.
Yeah.
And basically he said that, because we said we want to save the tree, and he said that it can't be done because the tree is actually rotten inside.
So the roots underneath it
Yeah.
is useless.
Right.
Got to go with this.
I didn't
So-
connect to the internet. So yeah, I followed the tree report as well, and his recommendation is also that it's on its way. Despite the fact it's in green leaf, that can be deceiving and misleading. So eventually it will come to.
But
rotten
obviously we
side.
did speak to Persimmon about making
We
it into
did.
a feature.
So to propose no objection, if you don't mind me, I would like to keep the trunk and perhaps propose that it gets carved into some kind of so similar to Lee Park Gardens. You know the one on the road. They got
Like an owl. or something like that.
Exactly. We could do something like
Bit
that
of
perhaps.
statement in the village.
Or like the one in Havant where they need seating out of it.
Yeah. So no objection, but could we ask them if we leave the trunk, leave it standing because they could carve owls into it, but if it has to come down, can we make seating out of it? So at least we've got two options to see because
How old is it?
it's a very old tree and it's well known in the village.
Yeah.
You know, the old oak near the Forest
The
of
owl
Deer.
when it goes down.
It used to be in the field. It was on the boundary of the field years ago. Used to play in that. So yeah, if we could do that, Lucy. That's my proposal. Do we have a second for
In
that?
a sense,
Yeah, it's fine.
And show of hands, unanimous. Thank you. Okay. Okay, application 5, Pressbury Upper Craddock Lane, variation of condition 2 of application 25/01023 HOU to modify the front elevation and roof in order to reposition the dormer to allow for correct headroom above the stair. So just for new councillors, Dave, if you're unaware, a V2 variation 2 refers to the process of altering or modifying a condition that has already previously been imposed on a planning application. So it's already been permitted, the work's underway, they just want to make an amendment, for example.
Right.
Okay, and the amendment here is just to move the dormer to allow headroom for the stairways. So if you've had a look,
Yeah.
so I have no objection.
Right.
It's already
I've
gone.
got
I'll
Just,
second
yeah, the show of hands,
Yeah.
unanimous. That was a happy with that. Super. Okay, application 6 is 14 Mead End Road, Denmead, T1 ash, removed to ground level due to displaying signs of ash dieback disease. Reason for works, falling branches onto vehicle. I've had a look. I can't tell whether or not it's diseased.
You can tell by the leaves.
Also, there's diamonds on the trunk.
Yeah.
Have you had a look? Have you?
No,
No?
but on the trunk it will tell you as well.
Okay.
Refer it to the...
That's what I was going to say. I have no idea. So unless you guys have any input, I'm happy to refer that to the tree specialist for his report. And if his report can come back so that we can make a decision off of that.
I don't have drones when I do look at it.
Sorry?
I said when I do look at it.
I don't think we've asked him to have a look at it. Don't know. I haven't.
I don't think he can specialise in.
He's not got that.
Yeah,
okay.
he's not really got the training on the trees. There is obviously a tree surgeon is going to be doing the whole of the village.
We're having a
soon.
tree survey done soon. So
Yeah,
that's right.
so that will give you a much better picture.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the meantime, happy to refer it to the specialist for his report before we action or comment. Thank you. Okay, the last one is application 7, which is St Christopher's, Lower Craddock Lane. The construction of a paddle tennis court replacing an existing basketball court. So updated. So this is one we had last time, and we just wanted to go away to ask them about lighting and materials, which they've come back with. Have you all had a chance to have a quick little bit of a read? If not, I will say that the materials: glass panels with welded mesh sections, noises from the building works is not a material planning consideration. Lighting, no additional lighting will be added. The existing floodlights used for the basketball court will be used for the paddle court. Due to the distance from neighbours, it is not considered to have an adverse effect. I will take a look at that personally. I'm considering blah, 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 blah. Further down the report it says, for use, the paddle court will be used for recreational purposes and would not result in commercial use. If permission is forthcoming, a condition will be imposed on controlling this. So I think that's something to factor in if the mind's not to object.
I would object to those.
Happy to...
I'm objecting to it.
You're objecting? Do you want to do
Okay.
that? That's you?
You know, because one, the noise, two, I can see it going like the other ones where it goes to commercial use as well. They do it behind closed doors and stuff like that. I'm not happy with it. Because you listen to a paddle court and you could be the other side of the car park over by those bungalows and you can hear it quite loud when sitting in the bungalow.
Okay. The report said no noise is likely to be heard, but yeah, I'm happy to carry on with that.
Yeah, I object.
I think that the report says what it says, but I understand what Councillor Berry's also saying as well.
Have you ever listened
No, but obviously I have to go by a
Have
report.
they listened to one? That's my question. Have they been out?
Yes, it's the fact that it's been brought up in the report to say, one of those, it's one of those. No, I haven't listened to it, is the answer. And if you have, you have a different, you have a more clear opinion than me. I'll abstain.
Well, we have a proposal first. So, Councillor Berry proposes object.
Yeah.
Now we have to have a seconder. So, I'll second that. Now we go to the vote. Okay. So, for Tony's proposal to object,
Yeah.
all in favour, raise your hand. You can vote however you wish to. Yeah. So that's unanimous then. Okay, fine.
Thank you.
All right.
What, you're objecting on the grounds of
Noise.
noise?
Noise.
Yeah, Tony's was
Also,
noise.
we think it's going to be used for commercial use and that.
Okay.
And also, they haven't put any time of when it's going to be in use, you know, between the hours of such and such.
Okay.
Actually, what
Thank
we'll
you.
do at the end, I'm going to...
I have to give them comments into me.
No, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, that's the planning applications. Thank you. Okay, item 7 is decisions received. To note, there has been one decision received since the last meeting, and that was for the single-storey side extension replacement. Replace existing garage with new veranda to the rear elevation, and that was at 8 Chestnut Close. And just to note, the application was permitted. Okay. Item 8 is to receive and note any new planning applications. Lucy?
2.
2 so far. Okay. And item 9 on the agenda is projecting planning applications. To discuss and determine a solution for projecting planning applications via the large screen during meetings. So for new councillors, that'll be Dave, what we used to do is we used to project all the planning. So what you do at home when you go and type in your reference number to Winchester's planning site, you bring up all the documents. We used to do that here in the meeting using a projector. Since May, we haven't undertaken that for different reasons of the committee can't do it. I wasn't confident on doing it. We've deferred it several times. My idea with this moving forward is not to say no, not to say yes, but I would be happy to project any planning applications that would be considered with much detail, something that's large or considered to be different or uncommon. So tree TPOs, for example, or to replace something like a veranda or a small extension, I don't think we need to project that. We can do that. But a big project, I think it might be worth projecting. So,
And would you decide when the planning applications you say I'm going to?
We could circulate that in an email saying, for example, application 4. There's a lot of detail to it. It's a big project. I think it might be worth projecting this on the evening compared to a TPO, which is quite straightforward. That's my mindset moving forward.
Yeah, because I can only think of one other council that does it. Normally they don't. They just sit there.
Yeah. As long as committee here is happy to do their homework at home and you view all the documents prior to getting here, which you should do so that you can make an informed decision, I'm happy to carry on with that proposal that we use it when we feel required to do so.
Okay.
Seconds and proposal, so show of hands in favour. Thank you very much. That's unanimous. Item 10, social media. To discuss and determine action on what content should be added to the Parish Council's social media.
Anything we discussed tonight.
Our decisions, etc. as normal, so we tick them as... Yeah. Projector would be a good idea, yeah. Anything else? No? No? Okay, thank you. Item 11, matters for the next agenda. To receive any matters for the next agenda?
I've got a TPO application in, which will come in on the next agenda.
Oh, fine. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I mean, I know I'll have to do that on the day, but I'm just forewarning you that that's...
Yeah, so we can cover that at the next one.
Yeah.
Interesting. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing else, that's fine. Okay, thank you. So, lastly, item 12 is the confidential